Wake up from your dreamland, remove all your reasons. If you can't see what they do, can't disagree what they do.
Alright, we here today with Yahmassiach and Hosh Weeks. Yahmassiach run Cloth and Culture. Rich Royalty. Cloth and Culture.
Yeah, no,
and,
Rich Royal Cloth Culture.
Rich Royal Cloth and Culture by himself.
Yeah,
and Brother Hosh Weeks, the financial advisor, run
right.
Hustle Wealth, you know.
That's right.
So we here to chop up a little game today. We gonna talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Where's my phone? Let me read this this post from Dapper Dan. Okay, hold on. Alright, so in light of everything been going on in the past week in social media world, on internet land, we got this post, the Gucci, the brand Gucci came out with a statement saying, well, they came out with a sweater, with a BlackFace sweater, and then they came out with a statement kind of back, I'm kind of apologizing and taking back the sweater and said they will pull everything from the websites and all of this type of stuff. So they were getting on Floyd Mayweather and for saying he was going to continue to watch. He was going to continue to wear Gucci. And people were saying, yo, we boycotting Gucci. So Dapper Dan put out this statement. He put a post out yesterday on Instagram, and it go a little something like this. He said, we have to learn to earn. What happened to all our black fashion brands that failed us since the 1980s? It was because they didn't get black support, or was it because they didn't know the business? Do you expect our young black designers to spend 30 plus years mastering fashion by teaching themselves, as I did? How do you expect them to compete with the big brands if they don't really know the business? They need jobs, internships within these big brands so that they can learn to branch out on their own. Many young people think a t-shirt design with a logo is a fashion business. Many people think a t-shirt design with a logo is a fashion business, but in reality, the business of fashion is much more broader and more complex than that. I studied my ass off, mastered this business. Live your dream. Don't let other people's feelings stop you. Take advantage of the chance to learn. All you haters, get out the way of our young people. Embrace change. For those that want to continue to hate Gucci and boycott, they are entitled to do as they please. But if anyone should be boycotted, it's the brands that won't give our young people an opportunity to learn. And then right after that, he posted a bunch of, in the same post, he posted a bunch of Gucci statements saying that they were gonna start schooling new designers and things
like inclusiveness and all that shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, for the apology. So I want to know what you guys think about this whole Gucci situation. What you think about the boycott, and what do you think about probably the most famous black designer ever, Dapper Dan, who gave hip hop its style, a lot of its style originally. Yeah. What do you think about those comments he just made? And y'all got all three cameras. Y'all can work the middle for real. You know that.
All right, so I guess I set it off with saying that I ain't got no problem with nothing that he said. I think that there's a lot to be said for the main thing that I took away from the message being internship and the ability to learn and grow. And everybody needs that opportunity. I don't think that, my dad taught me work smarter, not harder, right? So like in my life, I ain't never tried to figure nothing out. And if somebody's already done something, what I'd rather do is learn from what they've done.
Not reinvent the wheel.
I'll reinvent the wheel. Which is fine, right? But for me, and there's a lot to be said for the experience that comes along with the invention of a wheel. But, I have my own saying that, experience is the best teacher, but wisdom is sweeter. And if I can learn from someone else's experiences, then that's what I'm going to do. And, for me in my situation, as a financial advisor, it's not even possible to become a licensed financial advisor on your own. You have to go through someone else. And yeah, maybe that's for the good. Maybe it's limiting those who want to go out here and do it on their own. But, I think at least in the industry that I'm in, as highly regulated as it is, it is good to give people some type of background, some type of understanding of the legal ideals that go along with finance. And I'm not, super into fashion. My wardrobe look like a cartoon character. I got the bunch of the same shirts, bunch of the same pants, and they just in different colors. So, like, maybe, I'm not as opinionated and as, let's say, as informed in the fashion industry, but I gotta imagine that it's something similar to that, where, I kind of understand that fashion does follow certain, let's say, patterns, right? Like, I know that they do like spring, summer, fall, winter wardrobes and these things. And I don't think that there's a whole lot that one must learn about, bringing up a certain style or something like that. But maybe there is. I don't really know. And that's kind of, I guess, maybe Dapper's damn point, is that, he had to teach himself a lot of things that he probably could have got a head start on had he got, into one of those fashion houses way before he became an icon.
What did that got to do with BlackFace, bro?
What that got to do with BlackFace? Honestly, I can't really say that the one and two is related. I mean,
that's why he a sucker.
Fair enough. I mean, we'll
he
speak
playing dodgeball, bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, first of all, I want to go to the end of the quote that says, if we're going to boycott anybody or anything, it's going to be a brand that doesn't give young people an opportunity to learn or grow or whatever, right?
Right.
Dapper Dan, it's 30 years later, fam. They didn't give you an opportunity to learn and grow. And the only reason why you got the opportunity that you did is because of the legal issues y'all have between biting each other's style. So, based on what your quote said, we should boycott Gucci anyway.
Despite the fact that they're coming out with an internship program.
Bro, do you know how many billions and billions of dollars they made off of our people, bro? And he was more of the man.
He created this style.
And he was more of the man. He already
community wears Gucci.
Exactly. Bro, so he was more of the man then, bro. He had all the rappers. He was in his community doing for his people. Now, all he really wanted was validation from Gucci. He wanted Gucci to say, Dapper Dan, we finally accept you. Just like every other black person. That's the problem we all got. Then we want this white man to love us so much, bro.
I can't really get with that because, I don't know the logistics between his contract, right? Like, I mean, he could have got shares of Gucci. I don't even know if Gucci is a publicly traded company, privately held. I don't know what part of the bag that he's snatching from Gucci to say that that's all he wanted was validation.
Bro, no.
It might have made good business sense.
If that was the case, though, if it was an unprecedented amount of stock in the company because of their history, and that's something that we need to give out. For real, Dapper Dan would have said it. Nigga, you would have said it. If you would have know what I'm saying, bro, he would have said something other than that dodgeball shit that he said, bro.
I don't know. Everybody don't always disclose the bag,
No. Listen, money has no intrinsic value. The wealthy know that you only use money to gain assets.
Yeah, so we talking about assets, though. We're talking about shares. We're talking about him getting shares in the company. We're not talking about him getting a paycheck. I'm not talking about him getting a paycheck.
That's an asset, bro.
Right.
As long as Gucci is a predominant force in the fashion industry.
Which they have been for the past 30 years.
It's a new day. It's a new motherfucking day. Because you got fly motherfuckers like me who don't wear no goddamn name brands and still get the same pussy and respect and everything else that them niggas who wear the $2,000 outfits wear, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shit is dead, bro. We don't seek validation for you crackers no more.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. I mean, at least the real ones.
I don't know what.
Listen,
I feel like you projecting, though, right? I still feel like you projecting. You know what I'm saying?
We talking about BlackFace, though.
Okay. Well, we can talk about BlackFace.
That was a projection. His old answer was a projection. Was him trying to dodge some shit.
His answer, I mean, technically, yeah, I don't disagree with his answer being directly correlated to the
He has a responsibility, bro.
Right?
He has a responsibility.
Yeah, because he works for this company.
No, what I'm saying,
so what is his responsibility to the BlackFace situation?
So, but again, like, right, and we're saying that he works for the company. And again,
that's why I don't have a job, though, bro.
No. So what I'm saying, we don't know, right? We're saying he works for the company. If he got ownership in his company, him approaching the situation only makes fucking sense. Because if he has assets in his company and they stand to lose value because these motherfuckers is, the sweater ain't, the right shit to do, then yeah, I'm gonna get in front of it too and be like, nah, fuck all that dumb shit. We doing this. Fuck with it.
See, okay, that's what you would do. What I would do, bro, is I would address the consumer who spends all this money on my product with genuinely and with respect, bro. I wouldn't dodge around, say, oh, bro, we got internships. Some shit we should have had 20 years ago. Dapper Dan, your ass should have been in an internship if they were so fucking legit.
Don't disagree
Like, come
with that.
on, bro.
Hey, look,
Come on, bro. These niggas is tap dancing, Charlie ass niggas, bro. Back in the day, bro, you had the beard, nigga. You was with all the homies, bro. You was in the streets, bro. You was getting love and respect from the people. You know what I'm saying? Now you got the clean hair, clean face, flowery ass suits, bro. Saying nice little. See, you not scary, bro. You're not a threat to the white man and his agenda, and that's why you in the position you in. So enjoy it, bro. And me and the real ones gonna keep doing what we do.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? We make the world spin on its axles. The underworld make the world spin on its axles, bro. Y'all do what y'all gotta do with them white boys.
I still don't, I don't know, man. Because the guy shaved his face and because he changed up his style, I still don't.
Bro, do you have to do that to work in the shipyard? Do you have to do that to work in the shipyard? Yes, nigga.
You
So what I'm saying,
what?
to work for white people, bro. Most times you have to take your natural essence away, bro. You feel me? So what I'm saying,
So they can wear respirators?
Now,
They gotta put on respirators.
bro. All right, bro. I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying they gotta put on respirators.
August 1619, when the first slave jumped off on the in Fort Comfort in Hampton and in James River. What's the first thing they do, bro? Did they not cut off their hair, bro?
I don't know.
Based on history, based on what the history say, we wasn't there.
I don't disagree.
Okay,
I
then,
can't
bro.
imagine
So
they did that.
let's correlate to that. When this man was independent on his own, bro, he was looking like the homies. He was litty with all the black people. But then, through 30 years of struggle and trying to get it together, he didn't get the millions. So other black people who was on some cool shit didn't give him the validation that he was looking for. The white man didn't give him the validation that he was looking for. And it's the hard-working black man. And all he wants is his validation, his respect. So he said, if you niggas won't give me my respect, then I will go to the cracker and he will level me up with some fiat dollars and I will get the respect from all the black people who don't like me.
I don't know that that's the case. I mean,
bro.
Because we still still speaking on a hypothetical he's not.
What I took out of his post was mostly this.
Bro. I'm not deflecting. What I'm saying is that we still speaking on a hyphypothetical that he got a paycheck instead of assets.
Okay.
Even if, excuse me, even for himself, even aside from the assets, what I took out of it is the lesson that he was saying was basically a lot of you saying why we don't support as many black designers or black clothing lines because a lot of them don't know the business and they just put in a logo on the shirt.
Big fact.
Yeah, I ain't doing that though.
He's talking now. I'm not saying whether this is not like an individual thing to Yahmassiach. I'm just saying to the global when he posted it.
Yeah.
All right. What I take from it? I take that he's saying, yo, you gotta learn the business because it's no different from me with a camera. When Yahmassiach, when somebody who's never touched the camera in their life and they grab a camera and say, what kind of camera you got? And they want to get the same camera thinking they can do what I do. But when I say, yo, what's your f-stop on? What's the ISO? What's your aperture? They don't even know these things.
Can you get that information on YouTube? Can you get that information on YouTube?
But if you know what to look for. If you know, you have to know what to look for in order to find the information.
I got a homie who switched out engines and transmissions, bro. And he taught himself off YouTube. His cars is fire, bro.
Because
we have to take responsibility, bro.
What I'm saying is,
we gotta take responsibility, bro.
Everybody doesn't know what to look for.
That exact point, right? So when I started my own, I legit started my own SEC registered financial firm, right?
It's beautiful. And that's why one of the things I respect about it.
Sure, I appreciate that. But at the end of the day, I had no idea where to start.
Right.
So it took me a year to even have the right fucking knowledge to even know what direction to go in, right?
Right.
And, I in this entire year, I was being steered in different directions from different people that didn't have, my end game in sight, So there is something to be said about, inventing the wheel, right? Because I had to do it in that situation.
Right. And it's much easier if you have the mentorship and the leadership you need.
Bingo. Right. And that's what I'm saying, right? Because it shouldn't have took me a year to come to where I got. Right. Not for real.
But that has nothing to do with BlackFace. Let me ask you this. Do you think that one question.
I can't make it all about BlackFace, though.
That's what we're talking about.
No, we're talking about his statement. Right. And his statement is about training. He's addressing BlackFace because he dealt with a company that put out some BlackFace shit.
Now,
and niggas want to boycott his company.
Let me ask you this question. Do you think that those motherfuckers at Gucci didn't know, when they did it, do you actually think they was green? Do you think that they didn't know they was doing some BlackFace shit, my nigga?
Do I really think that Gucci didn't know they was doing some blackface shit? Let me ask myself that.
I actually think that's a great question, and I have an answer for that while he thinks about it.
Go ahead and answer.
All right, here's an answer that I have for it. Blackface to Jim Crow America is one thing. It's not the same thing around the rest of the world. Gucci is not an American company. That face does not represent the same thing in Ghana. It doesn't represent the same thing in Spain. It doesn't represent the same thing in China. It doesn't represent the same thing in Brazil.
Is Gucci okay?
As it does,
Gucci?
As it does in America. Mm-hmm. That face is a Jim Crow American thing when black people weren't allowed to be on film and be in entertainment. White people would do that to mimic the black people.
Is Gucci a $1 billion company? Yes or no?
That's not the question.
Yes or okay. I'm asking you yes or no. Are they a $1 billion company? Yes or no?
I don't know.
Let's assume they are.
Let's say they are. Okay. Would that not give them the research to do a global fucking understanding about what's going on, bro?
Jim Crow South is not nowhere near a majority.
So
in the world.
Okay? How many Guyanese are buying Gucci compared to Americans, my nigga?
Yo, everybody.
So if
what Americans are buying Gucci though?
Listen,
like, I'm not gonna go off for T.I. saying he spent $1 million as the fucking norm of who's buying Gucci. Like, I think that, and I don't know, right? I don't know for sure, but I would estimate that anybody around this motherfucker,
we let's say, bro.
Right? So let's exactly. These are people I know. So I would assume that in a 5-mile radius from where we standing at right now, there might be 1 or 2 pieces of authentic fucking Gucci.
Right.
There's probably another 500 pieces of inauthentic Gucci.
Right.
None of that shit in Gucci pockets.
But all the people in this area who don't have no Gucci,
sure,
would love the validation that comes from wearing Gucci. So even if they can't afford it
at the moment,
which is why
they probably buy the fake.
But I'm saying, right, so even if they can't afford it at the moment, if they would have ever hit the lotto, work hard, and make it to whatever they did to make millions, they would go buy Gucci, and that's the problem, bro.
Perhaps.
I mean,
perhaps.
All right, cool,
I'm not going to disagree with that, right? I can't
throw that out. So what I'm saying is, bro, as a businessman who has assets in Gucci,
sure,
right?
Sure.
From my perspective and the way my mind works, I would want to sincerely, respectfully address the situation at hand.
Yeah.
Because I respect my customer base.
And you don't think they're doing that?
Who deflects and doesn't address the actual source of the problem. I'm not gonna put a Band-Aid on it. I'm gonna actually put the surgery and the stitches together.
And so what would that look like, though? So what would that look like?
Bro, I'm not Dapper Dan, so I can't speak for that.
But I'm asking you to put yourself in a position. You've already inserted yourself. It was me.
I would,
so what would it look like if it was you?
It would at least be Chip's answer.
Which was?
You know what I'm saying? We're a global brand.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And the perspective in which it was taken by America is based on the experiences that they had.
Sure.
But as a company, a Fortune 500 company,
sure,
we have to have a global perspective. So we apologize to the ones who were offended.
Yeah.
That was not our intent. Yeah. Because we have a global perspective.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. All right, listen,
exactly that.
I could probably run this video. I'm gonna look for this video. But I saw this video about a year ago in Spain. Every summer, they run around in blackface and shit like that, and they are worshiping the Moors.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're actually saluting what the Moors contributed to their society.
They're saying we don't have no problems.
But because it's not America, it's not taken the same way.
A lot of European families have coat of arms, right? The ones that have extension ones. And a lot of them have a black face as one of the heads on their coat of arms. It might be the featured piece on this coat of arms because they're tracing their history back to the greatness that the Moors brought to them.
Right.
So in their minds, right, over there in Spain, Italy, wherever these people might be, it's not a disrespectful thing. It's a homage thing. It's a respect thing.
Right.
So, you know, and
that's my whole thing. So because you're in a box, do I have to get in a box with you?
Okay, yeah, because let's talk about my box.
Right.
Let's talk about my box is I don't wear no name brand clothes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because most of them niggas is racist, homosexual, crackers. You feel me? So as a man, I'm not going to promote any of those things. A racist, a homosexual, or a cracker. You feel me? So my whole perspective on Gucci is different anyway. You niggas shouldn't have been stopped wearing Gucci, bro. There's so many black designers, bro, who if they don't got the game, my nigga, then give them the game. Look, Mayweather, bro, has the resources, the connects to put black designers in, bro, with something, bro. Yeah, so if he wasn't such a fucking coon-ass nigga, bro, he would be like, yo, bro, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I know this, I know this, I know that. You feel me? But niggas is entrenched in Babylon, bro.
And I also
we still slave the fuck out. Wake the fuck up, my nigga.
I'm definitely there with you. Absolutely. Now, I still think though, right, like, it's still smarter to work smarter than it is to work harder. right? So, and here's what I'm saying, right? So, like Dapper Dan, for instance, right? Even this exact situation, his exact quote sounds almost identical to me as Sam Greenlee's book about Dan Freeman, the spook who sat by the door, the nigga that was getting all of this shit tossed about him because he went to a white school, and then he graduated and went to work for the CIA. Is the only motherfucking
that's
black
to be
man.
proven. That's to be proven. And I'm saying there's a small percentage of spooks that step at the door, and it's a small percentage of motherfuckers, and it's a big percentage of Steve Harvey ass.
Don't disagree, because the whole motherfucking book.
You feel me?
The whole
Lame.
motherfucking book.
You're
He's the only
fucking lame, Steve Harvey.
motherfucker in there. He's the only one in there that's doing that. And he's surrounded by other black people who's talking shit to him. Both from the fucking educated realm and from the streets.
I just watched
all of them talking shit
the Black
to him.
Klansman just yesterday. So
Sure,
I'm with you, bro.
sure,
We
sure.
gotta take that role. You know what I'm saying?
And that's all I'm
But
saying.
It's to be seen if you're doing that or not. And that fucking statement by Dapper Dan was.
But if he's nah, disagree.
You know what I mean?
The joke
Ain't gonna
is
do the
right.
Dion
The
on them
whole
niggas,
statement
boy.
is, look, I'm opening the door for y'all to come through now. That's what the statement was to
and
me.
you should do that before the coon shit happened.
And I guess all I'm really saying is that, you know, it's good to me that they are infiltrating these spaces to open these doors.
Me too.
You know,
Me too. But when you get there, be a man. Being a man is the most important thing to me.
So he's not being a man by
bro.
opening the door to others?
Yeah, he is, bro. On one half of the scale, bro. But that fucking statement, bro, was not what no black person wanted to hear. I mean, well, I guess you did.
I didn't want to hear it. I just don't give a fuck one way or the other about it because I ain't never bought Gucci in my life. Right? And they ain't different.
Would you if you could afford to?
Probably not, because
okay.
I ain't on Gucci, and I ain't really that into clothes like that.
Let me let that segue into the next question. When we talk about Floyd Mayweather and people buying Gucci, the only way we really even know these brands and can pronounce half these fucking brands is because of the rappers.
Big fact.
And so the next question is, should the rappers take any blame, or should they be at fault at all for the lack of black-owned brands and businesses, and mainly because they introduced the high-end brands to the black community?
I say 100%. 100%. Of course they do. Listen, black men.
So is this
hold on, wait.
boycott?
Yo,
Go ahead,
black men need to start being held accountable anyway. So we need accountability with the black man in our black community regardless. So that includes me, him, you, and all the rappers.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So now I don't really hold them to the highest level of accountability.
Right.
Because when they come in, they coming from the hood, they coming from a lack of understanding, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And when they get in, they get with these Jews and these other motherfuckers doing their accounting and shit, and they're not getting the game, bro. They don't really know what the fuck to do.
Right. And
but
that's
once
my
I see,
point.
but like with Jay-Z better had did it. You better had fucking become the man with the nap hair. Tell them, look at my hair free, carefree. Niggas ain't there free. Enjoy your change. What's your employer name with the hairpiece? You better say that shit now, nigga, because you the #1 leader of fucking consumerism in the black community, bro. We all bought into all the cracker shit because of you, nigga. So now that your legacy is built and now that you good, you better fucking be for the people. What the fuck? Y'all are responsible, bro. But more importantly, the Leo Cohens and the motherfucking Jews behind the scene, bro, who's setting up this perpetual cycle of black conditioning is really fucking responsible. And it's the year of us coming for your motherfucking head, nigga.
Well, how are they more responsible than we are if we gave them
Because we
power?
uneducated, bro.
We uneducated.
And that's saying that we have a responsibility to educate ourselves. But when you take a person from the bottom, bro, who don't get the right education, not even getting, nigga got lead in his water, bro.
Right.
His brain don't even work right.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Straight from the street.
And not none of disrespect, my nigga. That's where I come from.
That's real talk. That's real.
You understand what I'm saying?
I mean, and
So-
these is middle-aged white men who have done this to 20.
They knew at
20
13.
20
They had
other,
a- no.
20 other little teenage black
These
guys.
Jews had a bar mitzvah.
Like they doing it.
You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers had a bar mitzvah, bro. They were already damn near men at 13.
Real talk.
Think of the difference between a nigga who black in our captivity who's 30 and don't operate like a man,
Exactly.
and a motherfucker who's
And that's-
13
that's
who already got all the
that's my
principles
entire
and
point.
foundation of manhood.
That's my entire
So
point.
yeah, it's the rapper's responsibility because once you get to the bag, bro, you're supposed to fucking spend that on your development. But this shit is a systematic warfare that we in. And these crackers is important. These Zionist Jews is the ones responsible. And it's 2019. That slavery shit is over. And we coming for you, baby.
Talk about it, Hosh.
Yeah, nah. I mean, he hit the nail on the head. if it's one spot we agree, it's definitely that, you know, I can't hold no 17, 19, 20-year-old kid from this hood, just like we standing right now, responsible for knowing the ins and outs of business or leading a people now that he's reached the platform that he has a voice that they've allowed him to have, you know. Now, and I'm gonna say this, right? Like, again, we still talking about like the development of hip hop, right? That was the pattern. What I do respect about all these little dudes right now that's rapping at 17, 19, 20 years old is they ain't in no rush to go and join with these big corporations and sign a deal. They understand that there's so much more value that they can have rather than signing their name and then basically becoming a commodity. I mean, because that's all that the record industry was.
You know, the one thing that will make people even will make people want to be more independent?
What's that?
Our people didn't praise signing your soul away so high. Niggas didn't praise Dapper Dan when he was independent on his man shit.
Bingo.
You feel what I'm saying? Well, as soon as he let his like power go and went to Gucci, you know what I'm saying? And now he get that white man validation. We all say, Dapper Dan, you the man, you back now.
This is where I feel like
fuck with
that word validation is probably best used because that's where it's at, right? It's the public's validation of Dapper Dan. I don't know Dapper Dan. I don't know inside Dapper Dan head, right? And I can't imagine that, right? Like, so if me working on my own out here, right? If I'm doing it big and I'm getting money and then Merrill Lynch come to me and say, hey, that dang going, we want to partner with you, or I'm writing something up with Merrill Lynch that's going to get me some ownership.
And word to Nipsey Hussle, bro, if the equity ain't right, we ain't signing shit.
Point blank period. Exactly. My point is to get ownership.
Fake fucking dollars, my
point
nigga.
is to get ownership.
Hey, look, if you getting millions of dollars, bro, and you ain't buying assets, you a slave ass nigga, bro. You don't understand shit.
If you get millions of dollars and they don't come in assets,
money don't have no value.
I'm about to say tap on the door.
Money don't have no value. The wealthy people understand that you take the fake fiat dollars and use it to buy assets. If you're not doing that, you in this crackers game getting finessed.
Big fact.
Period, bro. And so the assets and the equity ain't right, then I ain't signing. And if it ain't right, that means they give me a big amount of fiat currency, and I'm gonna take all of that and go into crypto and buy my land in Africa and Ghana, and I'm gonna build my compounds and my schools and my foundations. If you're not doing that with your currency, bro, you part of this game, my nigga.
Without a doubt.
Okay, so that leads us into our next question. What we want to talk about the difference between buying power, spending power, and investments in assets, because us as black people, especially online and everything, we talk about, I see a bunch of memes of black people got this much spending power, this much spend. But in my mind, spending ain't power. You know what I'm saying? Spending is giving away the power. Now, if you were investing it, it could be looked at as power. But if we just spend it, we give it away. Once it's gone, it's gone. You know what I mean? People like to look at it like, hey, I'm gonna get it back. Nah, it's gone right there. You might get something else, but that's gone. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I want y'all to speak on spending, the difference between spending power and investment. And is there a such thing as spending power? Because that might just be my personal opinion.
Start off. I'll go after you.
Fair enough. Nah, I mean, I think that you hit the nail on the head. Like, you can't identify power and consumption, right? Like, they don't go hand in hand. And there's only two things that you can do with currency: is consume it or grow it. That's basically it. It is. I mean, to the point that he's already been made. Yeah, it's fiat, right? There's no intrinsic value to this cotton paper that we are dying and putting dead white people on. There's no value in that. We just all agree upon what that value is. But there's value in this building right here. There's value in these buildings across the street. There's value in that land over there that can grow food and feed people. There's value in tangible things. Now, you know, if we aren't using our dollars, if we ain't using our access to this fiat currency to grow it, and all we doing is consuming it, then...
But even growing it, bro.
What do you mean?
Even growing it don't mean nothing if you're not buying assets to put them into trust.
But you can't. It doesn't grow without. It doesn't grow without assets.
How about this? How about this, bro? That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. But why are you growing it? So to be a billionaire don't mean nothing. Listen, all this Forbes. Hold on. Let me wait. All this Forbes list, richest people shit, all that is fucking finesse, my nigga.
I mean, that's publicist work. That's not shit.
That's public.
But people don't believe. People don't understand that. People think they have $1 billion actual dollars.
Yeah, that's not
in
real,
the bank.
Bro. That's publicist.
They do believe that though.
How about this? How about this, yo? A human being, an actual person, cannot own anything. What do y'all say to that? A person, a living, breathing person, cannot own anything. Y'all want to know what I mean by that?
I mean, that's also leading into the trust law.
Right. It's either in trust or it's not, bro.
Right.
Tell me what you own, bro. Tell me what you own, bro.
I own my trust. Actually, I don't even own that.
Exactly. You see me, bro? Now we cooking. A person can't own nothing, bro. It's either in trust or it's not, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when I put my property into trust, I don't pay no taxes, not one fucking dollar. You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference, bro.
Virginia, I mean, it depends on the law, the state that you're in. You still got anything that owns anything.
You must have a statutory trust. I got a foreign trust. So Virginia has no regulation on any of my dealings, bro.
Fair enough.
And I'll be busting their ass in court about it.
Yeah, foreign trust is going to be...
So speak on trust. What are trusts and why are they important? Because we going into trust law and
first
people
of all,
might not even know what the hell we talking about.
The wealthy say own nothing, control everything. But they say own nothing because they're wealthy and they understand that they can't own nothing. So all they can do is control things. So how do you control things? By actually holding them in trust. Because see, when you say, I own my house, I paid this 30-year mortgage, yo,
Tell them
for
what
this
a trust
crib.
is.
But what is a trust?
A trust starts off with trust between three people. Actually, really, in a common law trust, you know what I'm saying, is three people working together for the benefit of their beneficiaries. So I would be say, for example, the grantor, the person with the assets and the idea to make the assets multiply. Then I would have brothers that I trusted, like you all. And I would be part of the trustees. You know what I'm saying? And that's all for the benefit of each one of our children, which are the beneficiaries. So that's how we do group economics in the proper way. You know what I'm saying? But in my personal life, I'm the grantor, the one with the assets, starting with the spiritual and intellectual asset. And then all my other trustees are my wives. So I need 3 wives minimally so that I can run the proper trust law for the benefit of all my 25, 30 kids I'm gonna have.
So go into it, host. Tell us, like, what is a trust? Is this paperwork? Is this a document that we need? Is this a bank account?
It is a set of laws that are drawn up by the grantor, whoever helps the grantor.
Because we make law, we make law.
So, and those laws determine how those assets will be used for those beneficiaries. And they put a time frame on it. They can put dollar amount limitations on it. Really, there's no limit as to what can be put into a trust. I had a client whose mother had a trust, and when her mother passed away, the trust split into 2 trusts, one for her and one for her sister, the client of mine. And because of the relationship she had with her mother didn't trust her to manage her own assets, so she made her sister her trustee. And so she never had access to this money at any point in her life and had to go through a long legal battle with her sister to even win the right to have that. And she didn't even win the right. The sister simply relinquished the right because there is nothing in the law, in the document that said that the sister had to give up that right. She just got tired of going through this legal situation with my client. And so she just said, you know what? It's your money. I'm tired of managing for you anyway. Here you go. But the reality of it is the way that trust was drawn up by the mother, she made it so that one sister controlled all of the assets for both herself and her sister. The other one being my client. And ended up, like I say, rounding all those assets up and creating her own trust. But the assets still in that regard, they still had to be held in trust. Even though she gave up ownership, I'm saying not even ownership, she gave up her trustee rights. The first sister, she gave up her trustee rights. That didn't relinquish the trust. It didn't dissolve the trust. The trust was still standing. The trust is always going to be standing.
The United States of America is a trust. Everything is trust law. Everything you see around you is trust law.
Absolutely.
We just don't understand. We just don't know what's going on.
And so, yeah, in a nutshell, it's a piece of paper, several pieces of paper with clauses on them that dictate how the assets that are owned by this trust are going to be spent. And also, just like he said, it relinquishes ownership from that grantor. So if I got a house, a business, and $1 million, and all I got to do is simply retitle them in the name of my trust. I retitle my house in the name of my trust. My business is owned by the trust, and that bank account or whatever these $1 million is in, the investment account is now owned by the trust. And I myself don't own any of that stuff. So if the IRS get mad at me, a creditor get mad at me, somebody fall down my stairs, blah, 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 they can't sue me as a person in my social security number because I don't have anything and I don't own anything. And so you can't come and get nothing from me. Meanwhile, everything that I have worked for and accumulated in mass is safely protected by this trust, which is going for the benefit of my children.
All right. Beautifully articulated. But I want to say one thing about like, it's kind of even leading back down to like the whole Dapper Dan situation. Like, my biggest problem with him is like, you know what I'm saying, telling niggas that we need something for something, bro. Instead of saying, black man, you God. And you got everything that you need to do everything you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I could get a little bit of internship to help me. Nothing about internship, bro. I don't need your internship to make my patented product that I make. All I need is your connects and your relationships. You know what I'm saying? And I will be able to be the next big brand out here, bro. And I'll learn and grow and develop as I grow, bro. But we God, bro. We got everything we need inside of us. The problem is they're not giving us the real game. Instead of addressing shit initially at the doorstep, they like to dance around, bro. Like, black folks didn't even know about trust, you know what I'm saying? But Dapper damn sure know about that shit based on where he is in development. Give us some fucking game, bro.
I don't know that he know.
Bro, give us some, and if he don't know, then that means I'm that nigga then, bro. Because if Dapper Dan don't know and I do, then I'm lit. When I go to these schools and talk to these young kids, I always tell them compare trade school to normal college, bro. I went to college, bro. You know what I'm saying? It won't worth all them thousands, that 40 bands I owe, you know what I'm saying? But the trade is forever, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you know how to sew, you know how to change your engines out, you know how to do any kind of trade, bro, you're going to have some shit forever. And the trade puts you closer to entrepreneurship. See, kindergarten, elementary school, middle school, high school, college is all about making you have the perspective of a working ass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So they can keep empowering your oppressor. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand that everything in this realm is in reverse, bro. You know what I'm saying? They tell us we're supposed to be celebrating holidays. We actually supposed to be celebrating a holy day. Not saying it got to be my holy day, but something kind of cultural or have some kind of understanding, bro. They say that we fucking black. When you look at the definition of black, it means to be evil, to be dirty, to be dishonest, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? When actually, I represent myself as a white man in terms of the etymology of the term, bro. Everything in this fucking realm is in reverse, bro. We always looking to these motherfuckers for something. We always think we need something from them. We don't need y'all niggas for nothing. We was ruling the world. You know what I'm saying? King Solomon, Mansa Musa, the most gold in fucking recorded history. We rule the world. They'll have your time and that shit is fucking up. We don't need your fucking internships. You know what I'm saying? We need our assets. We need real understanding. Stop telling us this bullshit. I was in high school, telling me you got a sole proprietorship, you know, motherfucking, I don't even know what the business is no more because I don't deal with that fuck shit. I'm in trust now. And what the fuck y'all ain't tell me that? Dapper Dan come out and tell motherfuckers was really hip. Like, at least like my nigga Jay-Z is doing. Jay-Z knew he was tap dancing before. Worried about his own legacy more than he was worried about the people. But now, he talking that shit. He in his bag. He got his legacy together, and now he in his bag. You got your legacy together, my nigga. You got your millions now. Get the fuck in your bag, bro. These niggas blow me, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's not always that serious.
I don't need no bunch of money, bro.
I personally don't think that, you know.
Niggas, money is God to niggas now, bro.
Yeah.
That's the problem, bro. Money is God. As long as you get you some money, my bad.
No, you good, man. I mean, you know, I'm listening to you and I love what you're saying. I just I'm not gonna throw no baby out with no bathwater though. You know, because there's a lot of value in studying and learning. And
I'm not mad at what he did.
No. I'm not
mad at what he said.
I ain't mad at nothing that he said because his idea is still to acquire knowledge. And to me, it's still no different than Dan Freeman and the spook who sat by the door. Like if knowledge is being held in a certain place, just like Egypt, right?
I'm not mad at that.
Egypt was the place where knowledge was stored in the ancient world.
Right.
And so rather than anybody reinvent anything, everybody just simply went to Egypt. Yeah. And studied and learned.
Get your knowledge, and then what do you do, bro?
Well, absolutely. Now, you're supposed to go out and start something and build something from there, right? But I still also, right, like, everybody's not supposed to be an entrepreneur.
Right. And then, like,
I'm just saying, I don't believe that everybody.
I disagree.
And that's fine. But my overarching point, right, especially in America, is that everybody should own a business. Now, to own a business, you don't have to be an entrepreneur. I'm not with starting a fucking business every idea that I want to have to make money.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
It don't make sense to me.
That's not the definition of an entrepreneur though.
Oh, it's someone who's starting a business is an entrepreneur.
Right,
a business owner doesn't have to be an
but
entrepreneur.
everybody has to have a start, and once you start and you progress, then you go into entrepreneurship. But entrepreneurship doesn't mean to keep starting new businesses though.
No. I mean, what I'm saying is, if I want an idea, if I have another idea to make money, or I don't have to start a new business every time I have a new idea to make money. Right? If I'm in clothes, but then I have an idea about how I can make money because niggas is thirsty, I don't need to go out here and start a drink business either. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what I guess what I'm really saying, right, is that one, there's definitely room to be workers, because everybody can't just own their own business and nobody works for those businesses. You know?
Why not?
Because of scale.
It could be partnerships.
Because of the economies of
scale.
scale.
But you don't have to work. It don't have to be that I'm up top, you up under me. We can have partnerships. We all really truly have scale.
A 20-year-old cannot offer you the same value in my business as I can. Exactly. And so he's going to be a worker.
But once you get to a certain age or a certain level of development, that has to stop. So everybody has to
don't disagree.
Everybody has to go through a school.
It should stop.
Learn something. You know what I'm saying? Right. But as soon as you go into, as soon as you get into school, you go into business. If you had a trade, if we all had a specific trade that we did, then we could all exchange our trades and barter, bro. Nobody would have to work for anybody. We have partnerships. Nobody has to work for anybody, bro. That's fucking slave owner perspective they put on us, my nigga. We can all be kings.
I don't think that working together is slave ownership mentality. You know what I'm saying?
Working for somebody, bro, is that.
So
we can partner.
The 20-year-old, I'm not partnering with a 20-year-old.
Right, because he's under an internship development type of scenario.
So he's going to be working for me.
Right. But we're talking
he's
about,
not my
He's
partner.
going to be an employee.
But he's going to be an employee.
Okay, so I can say outside of when you're in school, you need that's a part of your education.
I mean,
but after you get out of education, bro, we should not be telling anyone that you don't have what it takes, my nigga. Go work for somebody else, bro.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
That's not what I'm saying.
Build your trade.
That's not what I'm saying.
Get your skills up. Get your skills up.
I'm absolutely agreeing. No, of course not me. I'm not taking. No. I'm saying definitely get your skills up, and I'm definitely not saying tell somebody, no, it's too hard, it ain't for you. What I'm saying is it ain't for everybody. Just like college ain't for everybody, right? Like I went to college, you went to college.
But learning is for everybody.
Learning is always for everybody.
So you can take different ways. So business ownership is for everybody, bro.
Business ownership is for everybody. I agree with that too.
Okay.
But I'm not saying that I have to. So in a nutshell, right? What I'm really saying by business ownership is that if I have a company and I grow it to a certain point, 9 times out of 10 I've grown it to that point by partnering with other people and they've become investors in my company, right? So if I'm running the company, but they're investors and silent partners, they are still business owners. Despite that they're not making any type of decisions with this business, right? They could be sitting on their ass at the couch and own a piece of my business, own a piece of your business, own a piece of Chip's business, own a piece of Nick's business, and still be eating while we out there running.
We recording, man. We recording, bro.
So when you talking,
I'm sorry.
no, it's all good. But we on the project.
I appreciate that, bro.
All right, bless up.
We appreciate you too.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what I'm saying by business ownership though, right, is that by owning the assets, is that makes you a business owner, not doing the work, right? Like I don't mind doing the work of financial advising. I actually enjoy it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I would mind banging a hammer up against something because I ain't really with that shit. But that don't mean I don't want to own a piece of this home improvement business.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? I still want to eat when people is building houses.
Right.
So I'll put money into that, right? I don't like driving. I do want a piece of that transportation business though.
Right.
So I'll put money into that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like that don't mean I gotta actively go out here and do that shit. And so when I'm talking about business ownership, that's exactly what I mean, as opposed to entrepreneurship. When entrepreneurship inherently means I'm out here
working for myself
instead
of having my money work for me.
Exactly.
That's right.
Now, it could be both. It could be both. But to the point that you're making, I'm putting in physical labor to make this thing happen. As a fashion pioneer, you're putting in physical labor. As a financial pioneer, I'm putting in physical labor into these areas. But I ain't putting in no physical labor into the trucks that I invested to, that my man got his company in. I ain't put my foot on the gas pedal.
Right, okay, and this is what I'm saying. Instead of saying you need to go to this white man to get what you need, for example, right?
Sure.
I say this. I say that everything is in us, we gods, right?
Sure.
And that intellectual property
Sure.
creates influence.
Absolutely.
Influence
Yeah.
creates subscribers. Or
Sure.
subscription.
Sure.
Subscription creates royalties.
Yeah.
And royalties creates residuals.
Yeah.
If you ain't teaching that, then what is you teaching? That's
I
the
mean,
God
but
theory.
everything
We all
don't
have.
work in that exact manner, though.
I mean,
You know what
it's working for me, bro.
Yeah, because of the type of business that you're in. But if I'm in the hammer and nail business of fixing houses, it's not gonna work exactly the same.
Yeah. But see, now we're going back to trade over inspiring people to tap into their God essence. When we're talking about if Bang got a hammer now, it could be a carpenter or whatever.
Sure.
But that carpenter could also tap into his God essence.
Without a doubt.
And create some form of intellectual, the new nail, the new fucking
Oh,
glue,
absolutely.
the new
I don't
whatever,
disagree
and
with
then
any
he
of
would
that.
have.
Yeah.
We
I
have to
with that
encourage
too.
our people to be more godly. He said, if you don't, you have to earn. You have to learn to earn. If you don't go to this white man and goddamn, he teach you how to do some shit.
You say,
come on,
to the
man.
white man.
I'm not knocking learning,
Sure.
bro. But in reference to that question, as to that man about this scenario, you know what I'm saying? That was ridiculous, bro.
I don't
you know.
know.
What I'm saying?
I don't know. I don't think that it is. I mean, if there's a black fashion house that's out there that's actively recruiting and training,
Why is there not?
I'm not saying that
Because we
there
done read
isn't.
about
I don't
oppressors.
know. I don't know. There might be. I'm just simply saying I don't know.
And it's niggas like Virgil who has a house. Is he about his people, or is he one of those people that say, I'm generalized, I love all humans, and anybody, you know, I'm giving the opportunity to everybody. You feel me? He's more like that probably. So he's not saying, okay, I got my house now.
I don't know.
We litty. And
still
I need
feel like
all the great designers to come, all the great black designers to come fuck with me. So he says, oh, it doesn't matter. I mean, that's saying, I got a different perspective, bro. I'm about me and mines, bro. And I'm about royalty. We taking over. Me and my fellow God body men are gonna be the rulers of this realm at some point. And either I'm a lunatic or I'm y'all new,
All right.
the new
Sign
king.
off for us right quick, man. We going in. We almost at an hour. Sign off for us.
Shoot, man.
Leave us with the lasting word.
We appreciate y'all watching us. We talking about it. We're gonna do more of these. I think us bouncing off each other is good.
It's my boy, too.
Absolutely,
It's my man.
absolutely.
I respect this man.
Yeah, it go both ways. So just make sure you check him out. Rich Royal,
Cloth culture.
Cloth Culture. Make sure
Yes,
you
sir.
check me out. Hustle Wealth.
So well.
We out here trying to help everybody eat. We try to teach everybody. We trying to help everybody learn so we can all grow together. Cause steel sharpens steel.
Exactly.
I don't need no wood around me.
No, real.
Host Weeks.
You know, it's just bless up, man. You know what I'm saying? I love it, Chips. You the man, Chips. We're gonna take this shit to the next level.
So, peace.
Bless
Peace.
up.
Damn, this ain't no video. This a movie.
Tell Chip bring the cameras out.
You ain't never seen my movie?
No days off.
It ain't even really about the money. If we ain't got loyalty, we ain't got nothing. And I'ma ride for my homies, cause at the end this game can leave you lonely. Do you feel me? Hey, I know you feel me. Do you feel me? Hey, I know you feel me. Niggas be quick to sell they soul.
struggle for slaves. So I said that, well, nobody here is a slave, because if you say slave, that defines the person. What makes a person enslaved is the law. The law is written by these men that stand around talking about their rights and liberties and how they want freedom and how they want independence. But they're saying independence from England. But even after that, you're not independent, because you still depend on slave sweat, blood, and tears. So be careful and leery about what you're listening to and what you respect. How can you respect a person that says, I want slavery and I want freedom? Just like hearing the man says, I want to be skinny and I want to be fat at the same time. You can't trust him. And that goes for the General Washingtons, the Thomas Jeffersons, all these men that speak of slavery and hold my people in bondage, that they buy and sell like cattle. And some of us are taught to respect them and to ignore ourselves. But if you ignore the suffering of Africans at the foundation of this nation, you build a nation to where they continue to disrespect us, murder us with no repercussions. So be aware of where you are. Think about what you respect, but first and foremost, respect yourself.